sticky.
I'm about to shake the room.
Anyway, guys, welcome to another episode of the Purple Podcast.
Hello, purple people.
My name is Emmanuel.
And my name is David.
And we're glad to be speaking with you guys again. Oh, well, actually, you guys got to talk back to us in the comment section, innit? So
Come on.
do that,
Nice
do
save,
that,
nice
do that.
save, nice save, nice save. That's it.
Bruv, you could have just let me keep rolling, man.
No, man, I couldn't.
Well, you had to draw man out.
I had to be done.
Anyway, man. Yeah, man. Listen, we want you guys to interact with us and let us know what you guys think, innit, man? Because listen, we love the interaction. It's as simple as that. I was trying to think, but I was waffling. We just love the interaction, man. So
Yeah, man.
let us know your thoughts. Let us know your opinion as well, however controversial it might be.
100.
We are here for that. So yeah, man. So let's interact, man. Let's continue to converse. We love it when we do that with you guys. So today's topic.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this one still.
I just want to get into it. First of all, would you date a church girl?
I mean,
And you might have to clear up what dating is, because like I feel like there are people who've got different ideas and things like that.
date a church girl. I mean, it's exclusively seeing a church girl. That's what I say dating is.
Okay.
And you know how it progresses, man. You're seeing her, and you're together, and then
When you say seeing, what do you mean?
You
Because
gotta-
some people,
okay, cool. You're talking.
you got to be
I-
explicit, my guy.
You're talking, and then that talking then progresses to going out on dates.
Okay.
So you're going out on dates now, find out more about each other, and you're talking, going out on dates, and it starts progressing. Then cool, you've then said, all right, cool, let's get in a relationship. In a relationship now, and then things are going smooth. Propose, engaged, wedding, children, happy ever after, die, reunite in heaven as brother and sister. That's
I didn't see that coming. I knew you reunite in heaven, but I didn't see you saying. I knew it was as brother and sister, but
what?
I didn't see you actually saying
you keep it
that.
100. You got to
Bruv,
keep it 100.
brother
there,
zone,
boy.
sister zone for eternity, you know.
Yeah,
That's a bit
straight
of a
up and
mazine.
down.
That's
Straight
a
up
bit
and
of a
down.
mazine, bruv.
Straight up and down, cuz you see it.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
then, answer the question. Would you actually date a church girl then?
Yeah, man. I keep it 100. I feel like everybody or every guy wants a lot of characteristics of a church girl.
Okay.
I'll say that because
Well, hold on. You need to explain what is a church girl, because some girls are moving mad and they think they still qualify. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Let's just be real.
all right, this topic is mad. All right, cool. So
That's all muddled.
so it's all muddled still. so what qualifies a girl to be a church girl?
Yeah, or a Christian girl.
Alright,
Well,
cool.
let's say church girl, because that's the lingo, innit?
All right, cool. No, she's got to be a Christian girl. Any jobless church girl can just be turning up, be putting on uniform to be an usher, but then she's even worse than Sharkeisha, and she's beating 7 men in 1 week.
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying.
But the notion of a church girl
Like the general image is
that
your
she's a Christian
stereotype.
girl
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
in the church a
Fair
lot.
enough, fair
Do you know
enough,
what I
fair
mean?
enough, fair enough.
So
All right, cool. We'll
do you know what I
go
mean?
with that. We'll go with that. All right, cool. So, to me, what a church girl is a girl who is deeply seated in the word.
Okay.
That is what a church girl would have to be. And when I say deeply seated, I'm not talking about she has to be perfect.
Okay.
No Christian's perfect. Let's
Yeah,
get that.
let's
Let's get that out
just
there.
start there.
Let's get that out there. No Christian's perfect, but there needs to be a willingness and a conscious effort to be wanting to be better and be more about Christ. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, that's what a church girl, the ideal church girl would be.
Okay.
And then that covers everything from modesty to how you dress. That's another big contentious one. Don't worry, man. We'll get there.
Some girls really feel like they're being modest, but actually they're not.
It's a bit wild.
And some girls are like, God sees the heart. God sees the heart. Okay, listen.
God also sees that open cleavage,
Bruv,
but
God
boy,
also sees that your
boy,
nyash is out, fam. He
boy,
also sees that, and
boy.
I'm not sure how he feels about that one still.
Steaky one.
But you know what? We understand everybody, because here come the liberal Christians. Everybody's on their journey.
You have the right to express yourself the way you want to. Shut up,
Who
man.
are you to judge? Whatever,
Shut up,
man.
man.
Just
Shut
speaking
up.
from the word. It legit, it actually says it in the word. But don't let that discourage you. Still come to church. It's okay. Like, relax. Everybody's on their walk. We get it. But back to the point, would you, having explained what a church girl is, so you're saying a church girl has to be a girl who's in the word, and she's not perfect, but she's growing
making
in
effort. She's striving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's
she's
a church
making
girl.
real. She's making real effort. Not, oh yeah, I'll just come to a church 1 week and then for the next 6 months you'll be whoring yourself out.
Some girls just turned off this podcast right now because
Yeah, that's your own, fam. That's your own. We're here to tackle real issues, man.
Come hear the truth, man.
We're here
Come
to
hear
tackle
the truth.
real
Sometimes
issues.
it hurts. But you can do better though, and we want you to. We want you to win.
Yeah, man. We can all do better. We can all do
man.
better. So, yeah, man. With that information, would I date a church girl?
Here we go. Here we go.
Cool. Let's see. It's tough because you want those characteristics.
Here comes the justification.
But now, this guy. But now, here's the thing: you want other characteristics that necessarily.
Okay, what characteristics are you saying that you want? But you want other characteristics.
All
Break
right,
it
cool.
down.
All right,
These
cool.
girls want to know, bro, because I know they're onto you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
This guy is out here lotioning.
I
Anyway,
don't know what he's talking about. Plausible deniability. I don't know what you're talking about.
You plead the fifth?
I plead the fifth.
This ain't America, my guy. But okay, go on.
Yeah, so
what do you mean?
What qualities? All right, cool. For me, yeah, I'm looking for a girl. I like to use the phrase, a girl that can dance the dance. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, the actual dance, like the twerk, or
oh, for goodness sake,
because that's a nice dance.
That was such an uncle joke.
Wow,
that was such an uncle joke.
Coming right for the heart, bro. Stabbing me in my neck.
No, back to the point. Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In terms of that, this guy's not serious. In terms of that, there are other traits that wouldn't be your average church girl type of traits that I would look for.
Yeah, like
for
what?
example, cool modesty is important to me because
here we go.
I can obviously as a man, I can look at any girl that's like just opening up her body. And I could be like, cool, as a man, that's on primal instincts, that's attractive. Cool.
It's too easy.
But that's too easy. Do you see what I'm saying? But here's my things. Yeah, so there's other traits that I look for. For example, cool, outside, modest, and there's some people think that you can't be modest and be sexy at the same time.
Okay.
I want to completely disagree with that. I think that is incredibly possible. Very, very possible. Because for me, with a lot of how people dress, sometimes less is more. I'll give you an example that of an outfit that just, it almost on any girl, it will bang. A girl who's wearing black heels, blue jeans, a white top, not a see-through one. They're even wearing a vest. You can't see nothing. A white top, hoop earrings, and her hair's done nice. That outfit there is so simple.
But wait. Modest though, I'll get the definition up as well. But modest is to like not allow your features to be seen. When you're saying jeans, because there are different kinds of jeans, there are different kinds of white tops.
I know.
There are some white tops where you can see the shape of their breast and all that.
Yeah, I hear you.
And with their blue jeans, you can see back off for years.
You can see every curvature, fam.
Bruv, you can see everything. And some girls will be wearing that and saying, this is modest. No, that's not necessarily
Fair enough.
modest. So you're saying that you can be modest and sexy, but is that really modest in the first place?
If you're going back off of your definition, then cool, you can't be.
What's my definition?
You just said, actually, maybe not your definition.
Okay, yeah, come correct. Come correct. Cool,
but you said the general definition of modesty is...
I'm going to read it out now.
Cool. Yeah,
there are a couple on here.
Yeah, load that.
Okay, of a woman, let's read that specific one. Dressing or behaving so as to avoid impropriety or indecency, especially to avoid attracting sexual attention. By that definition, it is impossible, according to that one, it's impossible to dress modestly when you're, especially to avoid attracting sexual. Actually, you can dress modestly, so you can dress because that's talking about intent. You're trying to avoid sexual attraction, but someone can still find you sexually attractive.
Exactly, because that's very, very subjective.
But that's not something they can control.
No, of course, that's out of their hands. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough,
and for me, it's a thing where you can look at a girl. Okay, maybe, because I said I think it's people think it's not possible to dress modestly and be sexy at the same time. Let me retract that and let me adjust it. I think it is 1,000,000% possible to dress modestly and still look beautiful. Do you see what I'm saying? And
What's the
beauty,
difference? Oh, you're about to say it. Go on.
sexiness is sex appeal. So would I have sex with you?
Sure. Yeah.
Beauty is step back, take away from the sex, just be like, you are actually incredible. Like you just look wow.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the difference. And with me, more times, a modest girl will catch my eye than a girl who's got everything revealed. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's even this one girl. There's this one girl.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, there's the
Oh, first, are you? I mean, it's nobody's business, but for those who might be listening, and they might ask it anyway, are you single or are you in a relationship?
Single Pringle, man.
Single Pringle.
Single Pringle.
Okay, we'll stop the questions there. If anyone
I'm
else wants to
single,
ask
fam.
any more questions, they can ask. But
I'm
go on.
single, like that empty Pringle packet that you destroyed.
This guy said like that empty Pringle packet.
Anyway. Yeah, man. There's this girl that I know. Met her in uni, yeah. Bro.
Oh, wow, narrowing it down.
Bro.
Some girls are
Do you
guessing,
know what it
is that me? Is that me?
Some of the people's listening to the podcast, yeah, they'll like some of my people's, they'll know who it is, innit?
Okay.
I won't name drop her because I don't want to drop it in it like that. But
Okay.
this girl, I think she is absolutely stunning. And like the one thing that comes between like me and her is religion. That's a whole nother. That's a whole
wow.
nother. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. That's a
wow.
whole nother
Okay.
conversation. But this girl, when I tell you, she is the epitome of what a modest girl is. The epitome.
How does she do it?
Do you know what it is? Like she's a girl. Like she's confident in it. Like she does a lot of business and stuff like that. Like her head is screwed on all the way. But it's just the way she dresses, and I feel maybe she doesn't dress for male attention in any way, shape, or form. If anything, she don't want anybody to pay attention to her. She wears a hat. She's like, don't look at me, don't watch me. I don't want anybody to see my face. I just want to go in, come out, like stick to my own. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we're going by that definition that you read out of modesty, then she fits that bracket. But this girl, numerous people move to her.
So before we even move on that, yeah, just kind of like bringing it full circle back again.
Yeah.
What does she have that the church girls don't have? Because again, my question to you was, would you date a church girl? And you haven't said yes or no yet. But you've only mentioned this girl who doesn't classify as the church in any way, shape, or form.
Now, this is my thing. You know what? I'm going to answer yes to that. I'm going to answer yes. The only thing that makes it difficult for me is finding a big amount of church girls that fit my preferences. I'll put it that way.
You know, the next natural question to ask is, what are your preferences?
I know.
But I know some of you girls, you want to know. Just comment or send us DM and ask for yourselves. Come on, you've got cleavage for a reason. Say it with your chest.
Bruh.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah, he's right though. No cap.
Say it with your chest. Okay, so your answer is yes, you would date a church girl. Now, here's the thing though, because you said that you feel like you need to have like a large number of you need access to church girls who fit your criteria.
Yeah, man.
Now, watch this. On the reverse, many church girls feel like they don't have access to church guys, period. And that's when you hear all this stuff about where are the Christian guys.
True.
So where are the Christian guys, David? Where are they?
I am not even going to cap. A lot of them are garbage. Trash.
Okay.
And it's a tough one.
By the way, let me clear it up because this is gonna go into murky territory here if I don't clear it up. What I mean by Christian guys, because you're right, there are a lot of so-called Christian guys who are garbage. They're trash.
Fair.
I don't mean garbage, trash Christian guys.
The genuine ones.
I mean genuine Christian guys. People who are trying to prepare themselves to love their wife like Christ loved the church.
Yeah.
Who gave himself up for the church, who literally died for the church, right? And who's willing to lead his wife through service by serving her.
I know. I got you.
So then they are. So now these girls are now saying, but what are the Christian guys? Yada.
I know exactly why that is.
Okay.
If you look at the normal narrative, so before all of us came to the knowledge of Christ and stuff like that, guys' natural process is to chase girls. Do you see what I'm saying? Girls' natural process is to hide yourselves. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And preserve yourselves. Let the guy come to you. But now you're seeing a shift in that narrative because we're in Christ. With a lot of guys, with a lot of genuine Christian guys, I think they are trying to preserve themselves and not put themselves around women and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because they don't want to fall into sexual immorality. Obviously, the
Okay.
Bible tells us that if you lusted after a woman in your heart,
If you're looking
then
after, yeah.
then you've already committed fornication.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Or adultery.
So they or adultery. So they want to shut that out completely.
Okay.
So taking them out of like where the girls are and gatherings of girls, that stops them from having those kinds of impure thoughts. So now you see a role reversal. You see a role reversal. So now Christian guys are keeping to themselves and preserving themselves, and Christian girls are now looking for the guys. Do you see what I'm saying?
Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing?
Oh my days! I won't cap for you. Not precisely. I
Okay.
won't cap. I won't cap.
And now I would reason that whilst that is an excellent point that I personally have not heard anywhere else, I don't know if that's necessarily the main reason as to why the guys don't seem to be there.
So
The
why
guys-
do you think it is?
I don't know, because I personally am a Christian guy. But I think one of the things is that, number one, Christian guys are a minority.
True.
There are more, for whatever reason, in my personal experience, there have been more young ladies in the 20s who are interested in God than there are young men.
True.
There just seems to be a greater number of young ladies.
True.
And then when you look at the UK demographic of black people, there's genuinely a higher percentage of blacks than black females than there are black males. So then you take on top of the fact that, one, there are more males than females in terms of black people, just speaking to our own demographic. Second, women seem to be more invested in the church and invested in God generally when it comes to Christianity at our age than young men seem to be.
Fair enough.
Third, you put on top of that the criteria that these young ladies have is that they don't just want somebody who's a nominal Christian.
Yeah.
Who wants that?
Yeah,
What they actually want is somebody who's going to be able to lead them. And to be able to lead them to a degree, for some girls, I'm not saying it's all Christian girls, because some Christian girls are like, oh yeah, I'm happy to work with him as long as he's showing that he has his own hunger for God. But some Christian girls are like, no, he needs to be able to actually lead me. Like, he's going to be the father of my kids. Is he going to lead our house in godliness? Then you put on top of that the extended criterion of, like, what's his job saying? Is he going to be able to provide? You know, has he got a plan? Has he got this? Has he got that? Bloody, 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 blah. That's really narrowing the number of guys you can choose from.
Very true. Very true.
And so those guys that they are now saying, this is the kind of Christian guy I want, where are they?
They're in short supply.
They're in short supply. Why? Because them kind of guys don't stay on the market for long.
Very true.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah, they get backed quick.
Bruv, they get backed quick. And the worst part about being that kind of guy is that when you know you're in demand. You know you're in demand, bruv. Especially if you're a musician. Now wait, hold on. Because I know the girls are like, no, like, oh, those Christian church boy musicians, they're the worst.
Drummers are
Especially
the
the
worst.
drummers.
Oh,
Blah, 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 blah,
allow it,
blah.
man, allow
Listen. There's a reason they have that reputation. Because, do you know what I'm saying? It goes back to the whole night, Yoruba demons. There's a reason there's a reputation for Yoruba
true,
demons.
it's true, it's
They
true, it's
get
true.
a lot of attention, and with that attention, they've done bad things.
Yeah.
So I think that one of the perhaps more major reasons is that Christian guys are already in what seems to be short demand, or short supply. And then on top of that, the criteria that people have, because these are all non-materialistic things that I've spoken about to a degree. Then you put on top of that, I have to actually be attracted to him. Problem. Because now it's like, okay, well, he has to be yay tall. He has to be yay wide.
Yeah.
He has to
all of these things are just close, like
narrowing
down the
criteria.
potential candidates.
And the potential candidates. So I feel that, and it's been said in a lot of places, like the Christian guys, they're out there. But, you know, genuinely, it's like, what are you willing to go with and what are you not willing to go with? Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's.
So here's my question. I got a small question to jump off of that.
All right.
Do you think that in light of that information, Christian girls need to change their standards? That's the question. That's the question. Because if you think about it, that is the equivalent of saying, okay, let's take Christianity out of the equation. Any random girl, that's the equivalent of saying, I want my man to be XYZ tall, to be 6'5". He needs to be a basketball player. He needs to be earning 40 grand a year minimum. He needs to have 2 side hustles. He needs to be XYZ. He needs to have this, and this. If he doesn't hit all of those criteria, he's written off. Do you see what I'm saying? So then, do Christian girls need to change? Do they need to change their criteria
or their standards? I don't necessarily. I think Christian women should just be prayerful as they have been, and be a little bit wiser about what they're looking for. There are some things that are not actually essential. You feel like they're essential, but they're actually only essential to your desires, not essential to your necessities. Do you know what I mean? So because they're only essential to your desires, they're not necessarily necessary, I guess. Course. So when it comes to, there are some things that are necessary, there are some things that are only desirable. It's kind of like a job application. It's you need this, and this. It would be preferable if you also had this and this. And sometimes you need to be able to sit down and acknowledge, okay, what is it really? Do you know what I mean? So I don't necessarily think they should change their standards, but they should review their standards to see whether they are being adamant about things that are non-essential. And if that be the case, they need to weigh up whether it's really worth being adamant over. What do you think?
No, it's true. It's true still. Making that demarcation, if you will, between what is a necessity and what is a luxury or what is a want. It's important.
Because I'll give you another one. Here's another desire that many Christian girls have, or I've heard that they have. I could be wrong. You can write us in and tell us whether we're wrong or not. They want the Christian bad boy.
Even, you know what?
We might just need to get you guys to just comment or send us a DM and explain to us what is a Christian bad boy, please.
Because I don't know.
What is a Christian bad boy?
I don't know. I don't understand.
That's what I'm trying to understand. What actually is a Christian bad boy? And I would have loved to get one of our female friends on here or something like that, just to explain to us what a Christian bad boy is.
Because funnily enough, I've already obviously heard that from you because of the circles you've been in and conversations you've had, and you've told me Christian girls have said, or more than one, a couple have said that they want a Christian bad boy.
Or they described what is essentially a Christian bad boy.
Whatever that is, because I mean, I don't know, man. That one, I think they just want traits of what they think a bad boy has. So traits of dominance, alpha maleism, if that's even a thing.
Even that one there.
Yeah,
Some of us we need to rearrange. We need to reorganize what we even mean by alpha maleism.
It goes back to what we said in one of our earlier episodes where we were talking about what it means to be a man. Do you know what I'm saying? And some of these girls have that twisted as well.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So this whole bad boy persona of you're not gonna get taken for one dickhead or one punk, fam. That's what they think the kind of bad boy thing is. But at the end of the day, being Christians, being like Christ is all about meekness. It's not about showing dominance. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about having that right mix between the lion and the lamb, as we said in the earlier episode.
Yeah.
So it's girls need to, for the ones that want the Christian bad boy, they need to kind of switch their mentality in terms of what a man actually is or what,
Girls, bear with me here because some of them will be thinking, well, you shouldn't be talking about this if you don't know what it is, or if you're not a Christian girl, you're not qualified. Yeah. Listen. Just bear with us. You're listening to this for a reason. Chill, relax, listen. This is what I'm trying to say. Some girls might say, well, it's not a Christian bad boy. That will actually, that might not be the right phrasing. But what they want is kind of what you were mentioning before. Somebody who's confident.
Yeah.
Some girls seem to not want the guy who's on the stage. They don't want the pastor. That's what some girls might mean by Christian bad boy. Or they don't want the guy who is so goody that you can't. Some girls, you can't imagine what it'd be like in bed.
Yeah.
You think he'll just be missionary yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and forevermore. Do you know what I'm saying? Can we talk for real?
Yeah.
Can we talk for real?
Serious,
we want to keep the talk wholesome, obviously.
Serious.
But if we're gonna be real, that's what some girls are thinking about or trying not to think about. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And for some, it's you're a Christian guy, but you're timid.
Yeah.
And they don't want a guy who's timid. Some people, what they want is the guy who's not so involved that they can still have him to themselves. For example, if your dad was a pastor and you've seen your dad always have to go to meetings at church, and is rarely around mum. It's like you grow up and maybe I don't want my husband to always be at the church. Like I want us to actually be at home to actually make these kids, or to be at home to actually help out with, or to parent the children, or whatever it is. So I just want the Christian guy who's come in, you know, from the world. He's become a Christian and he just sits on the back row and he's quiet.
But
and he's
even
not
that,
okay. Yeah, go on.
even that. Sorry to cut you. Even that, I feel like the main thing there is they want their Christian guy to be respected. I think that's what it is. Because once somebody's respected, nobody's gonna talk to them anyhow. Do you know what I'm saying?
True.
As a girl, no girl wants to see their, like, say they're out with their man or whatever, and then their man is out here, and then like some guy or in work, she's gone to visit him at work, and some guy's just talking down to him like he's one patty fam. Like that'll make her feel like, oh,
What kind of man have I married?
Do you know what I'm saying? It's about respect. That's what I think it is.
Okay.
Because men who are respected, they just have this air of, I don't know, they,
Respected or feared?
Nah, respected.
Respected. Okay.
Respected. Feared, having somebody who's feared, the moment you lose your power, all your respect will go with it.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
see what I'm saying? So when you're respected and it's not from a place of fear, wherever you go, it's like you could leave, people will always speak well of you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the
a
thing.
word, that's a word.
It's having a good reputation.
Yeah.
And a credible reputation.
And that's what a lot of girls want for their husbands.
I believe so.
Somebody, I mean, even with Proverbs 31, it's like, which so many church girls have memorized.
Let's shout out all the Proverbs 31 girls out there.
Bless you in Jesus' name.
Bless you.
But like Proverbs 31, like, you know, all the church girls at one point or another, even all the church guys at one point or another have gone to that to specifically, and ironically, not even ironically, but interestingly, it's written by a mum.
Yeah.
It's written by a mum.
Yeah.
A potential mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we need to be careful what our mother-in-laws think of us. Let's not go there. But do you know what she says? She says that her husband is respected at the gate.
Yeah.
Or something like that along those lines. It's been a long time since I read Proverbs 31, but it's in there, Sha. He's like, her husband is honored at the gate. He sits with the elders at the gate making decisions kind of thing.
He's got a seat at the table.
He's got a seat at the table. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's somebody who's respected, a nobleman. Like, he's honorable.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying. So you're saying that a lot of church girls want a guy who's respected.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
then.
what I'd say.
And I think, do you know what the other thing as well, what I was going to say before, is perhaps is that a lot of church girls want a guy that they can have to themselves. If you're the pastor's kid, or not even the pastor's kid, but if you're that guy, I feel like every church has that guy.
Every church does, man.
Yeah, if he's that guy, for some girls it might be a thing. And again, listen, ladies, we're in full acknowledgement that we are speculating here. So please feel free to chime in. We definitely want your opinion.
100.
But for some ladies, it might be a thing of, he's that guy. All the other girls' eyes are on him.
Yeah.
And I don't need that wahala. I don't need that stress. I don't need that trouble. Like, I want somebody who, like, he's low key. Like, it's just me and him. And we can, and what's this? I don't have to come into the spotlight.
But even with that though, enough times there's people where, you know, the guy might be that guy or the lady might be that lady.
Yeah.
But then their partners are just in the background. Like people know
true.
who they are, they know their name, but they're just in the background.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's not an excuse.
There's
Yeah,
enough people like that. And it comes down to this thing.
But it depends though, because sometimes that lady or that guy will make demands on their future partner.
Yes.
And that's the other thing we have to take into consideration.
Agreed. I agree. But in terms of the other person who doesn't want their partner to be, you know, the popular person in the church or in the social group, it comes down to a thing of insecurity.
True,
because it's I like to equate it to this situation. So a lot of girls, they will ask, or they will say, if you know, like the girls that dress revealing and stuff like that, and you know they dress like bad bees and all this kind of stuff. They will say that if you know you don't like me dressing the way I'm dressing, wait, because I know you're gonna.
I'm loading the spanner.
I know. But they will say that if you don't like the way I dress before, then don't go for a bad bee if you know you can't handle it, or if you know you're insecure. I was just gonna equate it to that in terms of if you're gonna be insecure about something like that, or your partner being that guy and having attention from a lot of other people, then that's a low-key a you problem and not a them problem. Even though I will acknowledge that there are some valid concerns that such a person would have. There are actually valid concerns. Do you know what I'm saying?
So the Christian bad boy, yeah. We acknowledge that it's just more of like, from what we understand, it seems to just be more of like a kind of an attitude, a mentality, kind of having, you know, let's even talk about this thing of having game. Some people been talking recently saying church boys ain't got game.
Nah, Christian boys have game, and you know what it is.
What does it mean to have game?
To have game is to be able to move to a girl successfully and get her to a stage where she's interested in you. Okay. So having game, there's different levels to it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Some guys, yeah, because it all depends on the type of girl that you're moving to or you're dropping game on. Sometimes the girl might already have a liking to you or like a preference to you. Do you know what I'm saying? Therefore, all you need to do is drop one line and be like, "Yo, ma, what are you saying?" And then she'll be like, cool. So
some girls are already feeling hot with just that.
They're feeling hot with that one thing. But some other girls, you need a couple weeks, months to break down and be like have conversations, drop a little cheeky couple bars here and there, and then gradually she'll start to open up. Do you know what I'm saying? So having game is very, very different. It's very, very different from person to person. But yeah, man, Christian boys don't have game. I can't lie. You haven't met enough Christian boys. That's for sure.
When you say because some people say no, I've met tons of Christian boys and all of them didn't have game, or very few of them, a small number of them had game.
So then, what game are you looking for? That's my question.
Oh, that's a good question.
What game are you looking for?
You guys need to comment on that. Let us know what kind of game you're actually looking for.
Because then the thing is, yeah, especially when it comes to Christian girls, I feel like they can be so picky because. I'm keeping it 100 because they're
50, man.
They're going out, they're going out into the world. They're seeing all their worldly friends and all the guys moving to them and saying, but Christian boys don't have that kind of game. A Christian boy is not gonna come to you and tell you, I want to blow your back out from the jump.
That's true.
It's true.
You would, if he said that.
A Christian boy is not gonna do that because
you
cancel him because he's not godly enough.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
True.
So what game are you actually looking for?
Wait, right. So wow, you can really tell a girl nowadays, I'm gonna blow your back out, and she's just gonna.
Oh, you don't know me. I'll be telling girls that all the time.
I really hope no one from church is hearing this, boy.
Oh my days! No. Do you know what it is?
Bruh.
I'm not even gonna cap because my thing is
it's true, though.
Obviously, I don't go out and do them things. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't go out and do them
anymore.
things. I'm joking. Not even in the first place. I don't go out and do them things in it. But for me, it's a confidence thing. More times, I know nothing's gonna happen with these girls. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a person, I like to do the flirting game. I like to dance that dance. Do you know what I'm saying? I like it. It's a thrill. I get a kick out of it. It's a thrill. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying?
These are church girls or
girls in general?
Because some girls are listening and thinking, this is why I don't like church guys.
No. Do you know what? No. Listen. Before you start misconstruing.
They just play with your heart.
Before you start misconstruing, that's one thing I say that I don't do ever. Play with a girl's heart. I've done in my. You know, let me not. Okay, moving on swiftly.
Yeah, moving on swiftly.
That was gonna get edited out because.
No, don't worry, we're good. You're good.
Yeah, my thing is this. When it comes to girls, when you're taking a girl serious, cool, lock off every other girl. Point blank, period.
At what point do you take her serious?
When you've admitted to her and said, listen, I'm trying to take you serious. I see us going somewhere here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, church guys don't admit that.
But you need to because that's childish.
Do you know what?
Leaving a girl in a state of ambiguity is poor.
Yeah, that's poor form.
That's poor.
That is poor form.
You need to do better.
And if you're a church boy and you're listening to this, you're a church guy and you're listening to this and you like a particular girl, bro, I'd like to encourage you. Be wise, obviously. Pray about it. But if you're interested in this girl, do us all a favor. Go up to her and tell her.
Make moves, man. Make moves.
Let's just go up to her and tell her, hey, excuse me. I think, especially if you already know her, that's even easier. She goes to your church, whatever it might be. Just listen, excuse me. Ask her name. My name is such and such. I've seen you coming to church for a while. I think you're a very attractive young lady. I would like to take you out on a date.
You see this, okay, maybe not the date part.
No?
But no. I'm not talking about in that context. No.
Because this is the other thing about some girls.
It's not even that.
They're like, I want a guy to be intentional. I want him to be forward.
Yeah.
You come forward and say, I want to marry you. She's going to be like, whoa, that's too much. You're too strong. You're too forward. Flip sake, bro.
Nah, here's my thing.
I'm talking like I've been there. I haven't. But still.
Here's what I'm saying. In regards to that, like I'll talk from personal experience. In uni, these lot know me. If I think a girl's peng, or if I think she's beautiful, maybe not even that I'm gonna wife her, but I'll literally go up to her and be like, excuse me, what's your name? I'll just be like, excuse me, you are absolutely stunning.
See.
I'll just say it. Because the thing is, number one, I'm a person who believes in, if you've got something nice to say to someone, say it to them. That could end up making their day.
Yeah, 100%.
Just on a normal level, that could end up making their day. Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you doing that to move to them? Because
Not even
in the
not
church
even.
setting, it's a lot more sensitive. Something
No, of
as
course,
small as a
of course.
smile.
Yeah.
Some girls will be out here feeling, he's my husband.
Yeah.
He's my husband now.
Yeah.
I've had 2 children for him already.
Bruh.
Do you know what I'm saying? Something
Nah,
as small as that. So are you encouraging that as a just do it if you just think they look nice, or would you say if you want to move to them?
For me, it's tough because in a church setting is different to everywhere else.
Way different.
Everywhere else. Because for me, I haven't really been in a lot of Christian church settings where there's other girls like around the same age as me, where it's a thing where I can actually start talking to this person and get married to her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I haven't been in many of those contexts at all. Like I don't even think I don't even think there's one time where I've actually been in that sort of context. Do you know what I'm saying? It's always been in uni. And because in uni, I'm quite confident. I've got this confident persona and stuff like that. And people know me to be a confident person. Fam, if I find a girl paying, I'll go up to her and I'll tell her, excuse me, you're just beautiful. If I want her snap to then be talking to her, I'll chat to her. But like I said, I'm not into this whole business of making somebody catch feelings and then dropping them. That's a dead thing. Fam, I'm too grown. I'm 22, cuz like, I don't have time for that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Some people listening like, oh, I'm too grown. I'm 22. 22? You ain't grown.
I know.
Grown, but no,
to my juniors, I'm grown.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, there's people my age and even older still on these childish
Games,
boy
man.
antics.
That's weak.
It's weak, bro.
That's weak,
It's
man.
weak. It's weak still. It's weak. So my thing is, it's like sometimes, especially when complimenting girls, like the more girls you go up to, because you can find a number of girls attractive.
Speak on it.
There's no harm in telling the girl you're beautiful, and then that being that, and you're keeping it stepping.
You know
See what I'm saying? That even helps with your own confidence.
Sometimes just be clear. Listen, I want you to know, and you need to be a man of your own word if you're
Yeah,
going to do
man,
this. Some
100.
girls wouldn't advise this.
100.
Because a lot of girls are like, listen, if you don't like me, just leave me alone. Don't compliment me. Don't tell me nothing. And that's the other thing about church girls. Some church girls are like, don't compliment me. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me my hair looks nice. Don't tell me nothing if you're not moving to me. Because the problem there is like, okay, if you tell me this, if you compliment me, I don't normally get compliments from church guys. It's not a standard practice. So if you're going to now compliment me, I'm now thinking, oh, does this guy like me? Why? Because maybe, I'm not saying this every church girl, but in my past experience, you know, the only time a guy's complimented me is if he likes me. And then we start chatting. So some girls are moving like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But what I was going to say was that if you're gonna tell somebody that they're nice, be a man of your word. Just in general, live your life as being a man of your word. But I don't think there's any harm in saying, listen, sis, I'm not moving. Even put sis there, let them know. Let them know. Sis, I'm not moving to you, but I want to let you know you are looking nice today. I see you. Do you know what I mean? And of course you have to sister zone them.
Yeah.
Because you have to be careful. In the church, it's different. If you let them know, I just want to let you know you're looking buff, bruv. I would not pull out, fam. If you're saying stuff like that, but you don't like them.
Them bars there ain't bars for the church.
They ain't bars for the church. Bars for your wife, though.
Bars
Come
for
on.
your wife.
Come on.
1,000,000%.
But not bars for the
wife.
church. Not bars for the church. And you have to be careful in church settings. Because unfortunately, people don't know how to keep things to themselves. And to a degree, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. But one small thing you do here, now all the sisters have heard, bruv.
Yeah,
and your
mad.
name is now blacklisted.
It's mad.
So the girl you actually like at the church,
It's mad.
you know, you can't chat to her.
It's mad.
Again, we're talking like we've been through this. We haven't, but we can imagine.
Yeah,
like
man.
this is just what the church setting is like.
These things happen.
But then, here's my question for you. Do you think it's harder to move to... Oh, wait. What I was going to say before that, because I'm going to ask you, do you think it's harder to move to church girls than it is normal girls? But before we get there, a lot of girls are listening to everything you're saying, to the small things you're saying, like, I think you're so nice, all of that stuff. And they're like, church boys don't do that, though.
Here's the thing, though. And this is what I'm saying. This has a lot to do with girls. Like, this is always a two-sided problem. It's not a one-sided problem.
Okay.
You girls give off too much sister energy.
Ooh, speak on it, man.
Right there. you girls give off too much sister energy. And I'm saying you could come in, it could be a Sunday like Mother's Day or something, or I don't know, a youth Sunday, you've done your makeup, you've done your hair. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you're just wearing a normal t-shirt and jeans or something like that, but you're coming on bare sister energy like, hey, bro, what you saying? Like, fam, immediately, if I thought you were paying, the hey, bro's already dashed my hopes, fam. It's already dashed my hopes.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? And it's like, raw. Like, don't get me wrong. A Christian girl showing interest in a guy or moving to a guy, that's a difficult thing that's a difficult thing to put across. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's like, how do you give away enough but not too much?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? With a guy, we can be a bit more brash about it, a bit more bragado about it, if you will. Because it's one of those ones where you could just be like, yeah, you're looking nice today. Like, I see you. And if you don't put the sis there, it's like, raw, I've just dropped that. I've dropped that little comment there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go my way. She's gonna think about that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But with
100.
girls, if a girl does that, like, you don't know, you think you question it more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So especially
if he's
girls,
not responding the way you would think he
do you
would.
see what I'm saying?
Then it's now like, oh, is he receiving what I'm putting down? Yeah.
So that's the problem. But with that one, church girls show too much sister energy.
Do you think it makes it harder for that sister energy thing? Do you think that makes it harder for Christian guys
1,000,000%
to move to
1,000,000%? I didn't even let you finish the question. 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Because, bro, like,
but here's my thing though. Listen, if you like the girl, because at the end of the day, for the guy, it's fear of rejection. And let me give you this little advice to these gentlemen out here who like a girl at church, but you're scared to, let's be honest, you're scared. And it's okay to be scared, but you're scared to tell her. Listen, don't plan your whole life in your head before you tell her you like her. Don't do that.
Don't do them things.
Because if you plan your whole life in your head before you tell her you like her, you tell her you like her now, you'd like to take her on a date, and she says, oh, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I just love you with the love of Christ. Or she says, I just love you like a brother. You've always been a brother to me. And you always will. Your hopes and dreams will be dashed to pieces. You'll descend into a depression, God forbid.
To add insult to injury, to rub salt into the wounds. Your boys then wifed her.
Your boys then wifed her. You don't want that.
Nah,
you don't
bro.
want that for yourself. So
100.
listen, acknowledge to yourself, feel okay with, okay, if I don't get her. And this is why part of it comes to being the prime bachelor, but we might not even get to that today.
That's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother topic. But like having that confidence in yourself where it's like, okay, if she says no to me, I'm cool. Like, I'm sorry for the sisters, but for the brothers, you've got options, bro. Now, some of the sisters are like, no, there are some brothers out there who have no options. Let's be merciful. Let's be merciful. Let's remember the number of women who have said, I would have never dated this guy, and then they ended up marrying them.
It's true.
Giving up children for them.
Some of you are looking at your parents and you're asking your dad, how on earth did you get mum? How is that even possible?
It was a miracle of the living God. So let's be careful here. But for you, bro, listen, what I'm just trying to tell you is, don't let yourself get so interested. Like, it shouldn't, again, be wise, because I'm of the opinion that, you know, you need to be forthright, but at the same time, you don't want to just be chatting to every sister in the church at the same time.
Yeah, man.
Like, come on, bro.
They'll clock you real quick.
They'll clock you real quick, and then you lose your credibility.
Big
like,
facts.
look at what your options. Choose maybe a handful. My opinion, personally, choose one. Choose one. And once you've chosen that one, begin to work on that one. And acknowledge that, okay, if this doesn't work out, you know, I'm cool. Like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And then, you know, once you've prayed, you maybe sought and counsel or whatever, because you want to be careful if church stuff is sensitive. Chat to them, let them know how you feel. You've let them know how you feel now. If they've said no, they've said yes, cool. Then you take it from there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you think that makes it hard, this sister energy thing?
100%, 1,000,000%. Sometimes girls need to be able to move to guys in church settings, or maybe not even fully move to guys, but at least know how to pique a guy's interest in you that you like.
So here comes this question then. Do church girls have game?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
Absolutely not. I'll say that with my chest for days.
Are you including the church girls who are married?
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
Snap.
Because here's my thing.
Damn.
I guarantee you 9.8 times out of 10, it's only the rare 0.2% that will actually show the right energy and will dance the dance in the right way. 9.8 times out of 10, it's the guy that's pursued the girl. especially if they're Christians. Especially.
Okay, okay, let me explain what I mean by game, because I think girl game and guy game is different.
Very true.
And personally, this is the Purple Podcast, I think they should be different. I'm personally of the opinion that girls should not be moving to guys as guys move to girls. Personally, I'm personally of that opinion. I feel that if you start off the dance like that, you're gonna lead the rest of the dance. And do you really want a relationship? Do you, let me get to Heathrow or at least Gatwick. Do you really want a relationship where you are the one leading it? Now hit us up if you have a different opinion.
Boy.
And if you agree, hit us up as well.
Boy,
because it can get hot in these DMs.
That's E-Man's opinion, isn't it?
That's my personal opinion.
That's E-Man's opinion.
So I feel that guy game is quite obvious. It's quite like, okay, this is my intention. Again, guys, be forthright. Don't go telling her,
on some
the
flimsy
classic
stuff, fam.
Exactly. But at the same time, don't be so strong that it's like, I had a dream last night, and don't do that. But explain to her, listen, I like you. I'm interested in seeing where this goes, and I'll potentially like it to move towards marriage, but let's not go there first. I'd like to see if we can actually get on together. Let's go out. That's the guy. Or, let's have a conversation. Can I have your snap or whatever you do? That's the guy. The girl, I think the girl is different. I've heard someone else put it this way: strategic positioning.
Yeah. She's got to be a lot more subtle about it. A lot more subtle.
So okay, so would you say that the girl game is more subtle?
Way more subtle.
Okay, and are you saying that and you still maintain your position that Christian girls, church girls don't have game?
They have absolutely no to very, very little game. That is what I was saying.
Why do you say that?
Even in the subtle stuff that they do, I think many church girls are shocking at it.
Wow.
Shocking. I'll be honest. The church girls, and I'm going to put speech marks?
Yeah, quotation marks, speech
quotation marks.
Whatever you want to do.
The church girls,
quote unquote,
that are good at, or that have game and that move to guys, let's look at their track record outside of the church and then let's see what they're doing. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Because for me, like I said, like you said, I'll completely agree. Guys game and girls game are two very, very different things. But even with girl game, there's little things that you can do. Like, cool, let's say, all right, one of the small things that you can do,
Right, here we go.
In a church setting, when like a sister comes in and she's greeting everyone, she's saying hello, she could be side hugging all the brothers. When she gets to you, it's the full on hug. You know the proper hug. That right there will tell me, cool, she's interested. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's something so subtle. It's so subtle, but it's enough to be like, all right, cool, piqued interest. Let me chase this further. Do you see what I'm saying? Or sometimes if a sister, like, say she's always going to the toilet and she's like, there's multiple routes she could take to the toilet, but she's always walking past you, going intentionally avoiding other routes to walk past you, as in, you're gonna see me and you're gonna notice.
Oh, man.
And she don't even have to say a word. And if the brothers are smart enough, they'll clock on and be like, all right, cool, this is what we're doing. Say no more.
I've been there. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Subtle things like that. How many Christian girls you seen doing that?
Okay, but here's the thing though, because we have to remember there's more than one reason as to why they might not do it. I think that there are many Christian girls who could, if they really wanted to be, they could be as bad or badder than the so-called bad bees out there.
I absolutely agree.
But many of them are choosing not to.
I see that.
It's like, okay, I can hug this brother, but first of all, the number of brothers who are struggling with pornography, who are struggling with lust,
so
who are struggling with this and that,
in them doing what they're doing, they will then be causing their brethren in Christ to sin,
or helping, or making it easier for their brother's mind to slip into that place.
True.
Do you know what I'm saying?
True.
And so it's like, okay, I hear what you're saying, David, but I can't do that. Because if I do that, now I'm being irresponsible. Now I'm the one being immodest. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
So, like, can we really blame these girls for quote unquote not having game or choosing not to use their game? But then, what would you say the girls should do? But go on, yeah.
Even at that, cool. Then you pick and choose your cards. Do you see what I'm saying? Everybody's got a deck of cards to play. There's your weaker cards, there's stronger cards. Do you know what I'm saying? It will get to a stage where people will know that the both of you are talking or the both of you are now in a relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? And when it comes to that, sometimes just pick weaker cards. Even like one of the,
what? Like what?
All right,
These
cool.
girls want to know.
I'll give an example if you'll let me land. So one of the examples, is, let's say a group is having a conversation. Yeah. This is like an extremely subtle one. A whole group's having a conversation, and then whenever you speak, because you read everybody's reaction and who's actually paying attention, and this girl's paying keen attention. Let's say the group discussions ended, you and the girl are still talking. That is for me, that's as subtle as you can get. Or that's
very subtle.
That is extremely subtle. Do you know what I'm saying? When she's willing to take more time to speak to you and actually interact with you, but that's the thing. Yeah, man. Girls need to wisen up. They need to wisen up. Some Christian girls need to wisen up, because for them, you've said that the whole route of a girl moving to a guy, you don't co-sign it, you don't think it's right, it shouldn't happen. Personally, for me,
I don't think it's the best way to do it. It happens and it works for some people. I don't think it's the best way to do it.
Which is fair. For me, I think that there is absolute space for that. Because for me, it's a thing where whether a girl moves to a guy or a guy moves to a girl, the girl needs to be cautious that the guy isn't just trying to use her and have sex with her.
Okay, yeah.
On any level, she needs to be careful of that. So whether she waits for a guy to move to her or she goes and moves to a guy, she's going to be careful regardless.
Okay, yeah.
The only difference there is that she's actually been bold enough to go for what she wants. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing is, cool, you might see it as the girl has... basically she started the dance and she's leading the tango when it should be the guy leading the tango.
Yeah.
But you never know. When the guy then finally comes, if he's interested, then he'll start to lead the tango. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how I see it. That's how I see it personally. I think there's absolutely space for girls to move to a guy. I think there's absolutely space for that. Not too much though. Not to the point where it's desperation, because that's a bit tight.
See, the problem here is that, like, with the girl would have to be ready for the guy to say yes or no.
Yeah, she's got to be prepared for rejection.
rejection.
Yeah. And that's what many girls, Christian, non-Christian, anything, that's what a lot of girls cannot deal with. They can't do it.
They would argue the opposite, that guys can't do, a lot of guys can't deal with rejection. No, we have to be honest. A lot of guys can't deal with rejection.
No, they can't.
It's hard.
No, they can't.
That's why
That's
I say be ready to let go. Like, don't let yourself get to a place where you cannot let go before you tell a girl that you like her.
Yeah.
Be ready when you're telling her you like her. Be ready to let go.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, be forthright. Hey, listen, this whole dating thing, I understand it can. It looks like you're loading a spanner. If you can see this guy's face, but hold on.
No.
Tell them this whole dating thing, it could go right. We could end up not, ending up together. That way you give yourself both the freedom. It's like no pressure. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, it works. But I'm letting you know that I'm intentionally dating you to see whether it will work. And if it doesn't, be forthright. Do you know what I'm saying? But what were you going to say?
Nothing. No self-incrimination around here.
Oh, mad. So I think, okay, so then with church girls having game then, what would you say within the boundaries? Because sometimes the experience of a guy, the experience of a girl in this particular world, even in this London, is two different things. True. How many times does a guy get catcalled? He usually doesn't. Yeah. How many times does an average girl get catcalled? Probably hundreds of times a week. You know what I mean? Or
not
maybe
that many.
Okay,
not that many. Don't gas them.
Wow.
Don't gas them.
Wow.
Don't gas them.
Tens of times a week.
Don't gas them.
I don't know where to go from there.
Tens of times. I don't think it's that much.
A lot of girls. Okay. Well, I say on average, because when you take those who are being catcalled every minute of their lives versus those
on average, cool.
On average, maybe tens of times, right?
Cool.
What would you say then for the Christian girl? How can she have game? What can she do?
Bro, number one, there's bare like purely Christian like gatherings just between women, Christian women, and they'll talk about things, how to get a man's attention. True. And things like that. Plug into events like that, bro.
Wow, you're telling them to go to singles events.
Fam, do yourself a favor.
Wow.
Because no. Okay, I'm saying it in a way that sounds deep. On a genuine level, out of genuine concern, there's a lot of people that are struggling with these kinds of things. Do you know what I'm saying? And for men and women, for some reason, like obviously we've explored a couple of reasons, but for some other reasons, they might not be able to find a partner. So then what are you going to do? You're going to equip yourself with the best opportunity to find a partner. So for you to go to these meetings, speak with other women, share other experiences, speak with women that they've done things and it's worked, it'd be wise for you to do so. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know the other thing I would say? Is that, you know what, young ladies, to our church sisters out there, listen, we love you, first of all.
Big man thing.
Second, like, just continue to be on your grind, man.
Yeah,
continue to be on your grind.
100.
Because there's something sexy, there's something buff, there's something laying about a girl who is like she's on her, like she's just doing her thing. For me personally, maybe some guys want a girl who, you know, is doing nothing. But for me, there's something sexy about even if it's like you pursuing godliness and you just even if you don't have like some great career, but like in terms of who you are as a person, you're on your grind. Do you know what I'm saying? You're growing in one way or another, whether it's through career, whether it's through how to be a godly mother, you're preparing how to be a godly wife, or it's through just your own deep-rooted issues. You're working through those things, you're growing. There's something buff about that, about you having your own walk with God. There's something leng about that. So I just want to encourage you to do that. And I also just want to take a moment, to say that unfortunately, church girls have been slept on. You were going to say something earlier before. You were like, guys want what a lot of guys want is actually the church girl.
Yes.
Guys in the world and girls outside. Sorry, guys in the church and guys in the world.
Big facts.
What both of them want is a church girl. Do you want to speak on that real quick?
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is they want a lot of qualities and attributes that church girls have.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Church girls, loyal.
Yeah.
They will hold it down. They are ride or dies. Like, I'm telling you. And the thing is, if she's a church girl, it doesn't even matter if she's just newly joined Christ and, you know, she dresses provocatively or stuff. You know, Romans 12:2, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. As time goes on, as they get to know God more and you know, have a relationship with God, things about them will change. If they used to be really angry and they used to be a fighter, their mood would have calmed down. They would at all points they'll try to avoid fighting. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll become meek, like very, very peaceful people. If they're dressing provocatively, they'll slowly start to change their wardrobe and what they dress.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? These things will naturally happen.
Yeah.
So it's like the church girl and the qualities there's qualities that every guy wants.
Yeah.
Every guy wants. It's just with some guys, they do not have the patience. They don't have the mindset. They don't have the range. They don't have the mindset to deal or to handle a church girl. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the mad part. So then they go for cheap substitutes, which is the case. They go for cheap substitutes because they can't handle the real thing.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. That's just what it is.
Because they're boys.
Yeah.
They're not willing to work. They're not willing to do the work. Like, here's my thing. Like, you know, you said before that moving to a church girl is actually harder because there's a higher calling. Like, there's a higher responsibility. They want more from you because they demand more. They demand more. And as they absolutely should, because they are a better quality than those girls in the world. Many girls in the world. Now, we're not saying that all church girls are these perfect angels. There are some church girls who are church girls by name, but by actual attitude, they're trash. And
shocking.
Again,
worse than non-believers.
But again, we want to acknowledge that there are some church girls who, you know, they don't act as they ought to because of trauma and things like that. And we just want to wish you a speedy recovery on your healing process by the grace of God. Again, it doesn't justify how you behave. You know, be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? But like, when it comes to these church girls, they are excellent, absolutely excellent. And loads of these guys are not willing to put in the work. So to you gentlemen, right, and I want to say something, and I hope all the church girls, all the church guys hear this. Church guys, and I was telling my brother this before, I was telling David this before. Unfortunately, Christian guys, many Christian guys, even nominal Christian guys in general, many of them, not all of them, but many of them are looking on the outside for what they want in the bedroom.
Yeah. It's true still.
The reason that the girl who dresses with so much sex appeal is getting all that attention is because there is a perception. This is going to trigger a lot of people, but there is still a such thing as dressing as a prostitute. There is still a such thing as dressing like a prostitute. There's this notion. It's like, oh, you can't judge a book by its cover. But like my friend back in the secondary school, how are you going to know what book you're going to read unless you judge it by its cover? Now, this is not a hard and fast rule that you should go around, you know, condemning people. Don't condemn anybody, but judge with accurate judgment. Not just by appearances. Like, look past the appearances. We're not saying you shouldn't do that, but like, there is still such thing as dressing as a prostitute, and there's a reason that loads of guys give the girls who dress like that, and that's become the new beauty standard, by the way. But there's a reason that loads of girls who dress like that get a lot of attention. It's because there's a perception that you look like what I want in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Now listen to me, gentlemen, because if you're anything like me, you don't want your wife, to be dressing mad immodestly. There are loads of guys who are like, they get attracted by the girl who has mad sex appeal, not just in terms of how she dresses, but how she acts, how she behaves to guys. She's the girl touching up guys in the club, doing all these mad things. Loads of guys are attracted to that, but do you notice that they wouldn't necessarily marry that? Why? Because when they get married to the girl,
They don't want those attributes for a wife.
don't want those attributes for a wife. Now let's talk about the kind of girl you do want for a wife, the church girl, the real Christian girl that you have to put the work in for. Listen, I want you guys to understand something very clear. So many people are overlooking Christian girls because they're giving off sister energy, or they don't obviously give off sex appeal. And we've encouraged our sisters that there are ways that we can do better by the grace of God, and we are more than happy to continue that conversation. But for you guys, you need to look past what you're being presented with right now, because they're just the church girls. They're just doing what Scripture tells them to do. Do you know what I'm saying? But what you need to understand, I'm gonna keep it $150. You church guys, many of you, you're not suffering, but you're fighting against lust. You're fighting against temptation. You're fighting against sexual thoughts. Some of you, man, are struggling with pornography, struggling with masturbation. You're thinking sexual thoughts every minute of the day. What makes you think that these church girls who are dressing modestly, who are acting churchy, who are acting Christian, just like you are, what makes you think that they're not struggling with the same thing?
Serious.
What makes you think that the way you want to be having sex in marriage is not the way they would be having sex in marriage as well?
It's true.
What makes you think that just because they dress conservatively, that they're going to be just doing missionary in the bedroom? Bro, don't get it twisted. Some of these church girls out here are on a... Bruv, they're mad. Bruv, they are moving. When I tell you, if you manage to somehow get into the Christian girls group chat and you see what some of them are talking about...
Fugazi.
So don't think that
wild.
just because they're church girls... that when they get when you get married to them, it's just going to be missionary every 3 months or every 2 years. No, bro. Some of them, yes, maybe, yes. But, bro, understand that when it comes to sex appeal or when it comes to sex and all these things that you want in the bedroom, they can give you that and more.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just that they're not going to show that to you.
It's true.
Why?
Still.
Because they value themselves, and that which is in, how do I put it? That which is easily accessible is not in high demand. That which is easily accessible is not in high demand.
Yeah, I agree.
Some people say, well, water's easily accessible. That's in high demand. Well, since this corona thing happened,
boy,
I'll tell you what else was in was easily accessible that wasn't in high demand before. Toilet paper. Now it's not as easily accessible. It is in high demand.
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer was easily accessible before, but it wasn't in high demand. Now it's not easily accessible. It's in high demand. And it's the same thing with ourselves, both guys and girls, in terms of how we value ourselves. Let's understand, Christian girls, you church girls, I want you to be reminded. Some of us church guys out here, we haven't forgotten about you. We know you're lit. Church girls out here, you are lit, and we appreciate you. You're some of the buffest, baddest girls out here.
Big facts, big facts.
And we're watching. Not me. Other single Christian guys out there, they're watching. Do you understand that?
Yeah, they are still. They are.
So, yeah, man, we just want to encourage you, man, to keep doing your thing. And church boys, church guys, let's do better, man. Let's do better. We didn't even get to touch on these things, but I just want to say as the moral of the story, when it comes to dating, especially within the church context, these 3 things are very important. We haven't even touched on it, but it's very important. 1, know what you want. That's for both guys and girls. Don't just date for the sake of dating. I would strongly advise against that, personally.
Yeah, 100, man.
Some people think, oh, yeah, if you're if you're just dating for the sake of dating, you're getting better at it. Your game's getting better. Or if you're just having sex for the sake of having sex, you're getting better at it. You're preparing for your husband. He's going to thank you. He's not going to thank you for that. As far as I know.
He's not going
to thank you for that.
He won't still. He
won't be thanking you for that.
He won't still.
And here's another thing. Here's a rev for many of you guys. Somebody put it this way. I can't remember who it was. I think it might be a guy called Pastor Tim. I'm not sure. And his wife Adwa. But sex is not meant to be a demonstration. It's meant to be an exploration. It was never meant to be a demonstration. It was meant to be an exploration.
I can only click at that.
So, and here's another thing for you people who are saying,
That's a serious bar. Listen, if you heard that bar, write that down, put that on your snap. quote E-Man 2020.
Because some people, I didn't make up. Some people out here like, oh, but what if he's dead in bed? What if she's dead in bed? Relax yourself. You actually have, when you get married, you have the rest of your lives, God willing, it's a long life, to have all the sex you want to chop,
You
fam.
can explore each other, explore what works, explore what
Bruv.
doesn't work. It'll be mad.
But yeah, know what you want, all right? Remember, the aim is marriage. We're not just dating for dating's sake, all right? So you got to know what you want. Too many Christian girls can do what they need to do in the bedroom, all right? Understand that. And we can't just stop there. We need more than that, all right? Know what you want. Know what you need. Know what you actually need. What you want and what you need are not the same thing in a lot of situations. So make sure that the non-compromisables are what you need and not just what you want.
Yeah.
So what you need, prioritize that. And then the last thing, know who you are. I wish we had time to go into this today. We don't. But I know that I make in this present day a much better partner now than I did when I was much younger because I know myself better now.
1,000,000%.
I know myself better now.
1,000,000%.
Times in the past where I would just, maybe not be as kind. I'd be maybe a little bit cold because of insecurity or because of jealousy or because of things that were just irrational. I'm more cognizant of that now.
Yeah, man.
And so now, even just in that one area, I make a better partner in today. I will be a better partner moving forward than I have ever been in the past.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? So,
True,
listen,
man.
Is there anything you want to add?
Just, bro, understand there's no rush, man. Don't get twisted with this generation and, everyone's looking for love. Because I see on social media, so many people just post about relationships and I'm thinking, what up to you, man?
Yeah.
Like, are you, man, good, fam? Like chill. It's not that deep. Because the thing is, yes, being in a relationship can be sweet, but it's its own headache.
100%.
Bro, it's his own headache. It's a cash loss, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's mad. Like, there's going to be times where you're going to argue. Like, just enjoy being single, fam. Like, you'd think these people, they've never experienced love in their lives the way they're posting about relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, fam, jam. Relax. That hole that you want filled, fill it with Jesus first, then Jesus will bring the partner.
Yeah.
Fam, on
100%.
a big man thing, like, don't rush. Because, like my bro was saying, he was saying how, like, you understand yourself more, like, as you grow up.
Yeah, man.
And what I'm hoping will be one blessing in disguise with this whole quarantine thing is that people will be spending so much time on their phones and on electronics that they'll get sick of it. They'll start to actually sit down and think, okay, what do I actually like doing?
Yeah.
They'll start exploring themselves more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And with time, you understand yourself more. You can be a better partner. I can definitely say, I've only ever been in one relationship. I can definitely say that I was a boy for all of that relationship.
Yeah.
All of it. I can say that with my chest because I've even been out of it. There's so many things I've learned, so many things I've grasped. You know what I'm saying? I've grown out of. I've had to go out of my comfort zone to learn different things.
Yeah.
And who I am now is very different to who I was in that relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? So, fam, people just gotta take time and give themselves time to grow and understand yourselves.
Yeah, man, and look, we said it to the girls, and we're saying it to the guys now. Be on your grind, bro.
Yeah,
be on your grind.
100.
Listen, having sex when you get married is amazing. Having that person you can be a companion with, amazing. But do you have a job? Do you have a career?
It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? You don't have to have everything put together, but also be on your grind, bro. Girls like it when you're a driven man. Girls like it when you're a driven man. But, if we go on any longer, we'll start talking about the prime bachelor. And we don't want to talk about that. We might have to leave that one for another day.
That will be its own episode.
Fam. But listen, guys, you know what it is, man. Get yourselves a little red, get yourselves a little blue, and be a part of the purple people, man. If you guys got any questions, please send them through. No matter how wild, trashy, righteous, or ratchet they might be.
Big man
listen,
thing.
we want all of them. We're here for
questions.
it. And even if you disagree, man, let us know.
Let us
If you
know,
want,
man. Let us
send
know.
us a voice note. Don't make it too long.
Because soon, what we'll try and probably look at the possibility of doing is even tackling some of your questions that you've given us in each episode.
100%, man.
Just addressing it, small. So yeah, man, do that up.
All right, man. Shout out to the purple people, the people who
man.
listen to this podcast. We love you guys. Please keep it moving, man. Keep it moving. Let us know your thoughts and opinions as always. I've been Emmanuel.
And I've been David.
Take it easy, man.
Love.